Any one of you saw Michael Jackson's show when he was still a good boy? At the time that I saw his show, it was like this. He comes, he says, huh? And he stands there for 10 minutes, and then it starts again. So I thought maybe I'll do the same thing here, just to pass my time. But in any case, I think I've got your attention to me now at the moment. I think what Florence has spoken, I think most of us has experienced for this year, that we've done these workshops and that we worked around with our principals. The experience that I've picked up just being around the schools, I've never ever thought that there's any issues at schools. I thought if I think back of my school days, the morning I get to school, I carry on, had my day of play, and I leave school, and I tell my mom what has happened for the day, and that's it. And when I got to a high school, well, I got a hiding every day for not doing homework. And to surprise everybody here, I must be honest with you people, I'm not a reading person. So I've done one book throughout my whole school career. One book that I've read. Yeah, so I've never thought that there was issues at schools. And I will say I take my hat off for teachers and principals. I've got a different respect for them. A complete different respect. I was thinking the other day, what am I going to talk here? And with the moment I talk about it, I actually get emotional about it also. Because my big bosses are all sitting here. Corinne is sitting here. Akil is sitting here. Eugene is sitting around here. Buntuzini is sitting here. And we have issues in our businesses. And we fight with each other about this and that and whatever the case may be. But if I see the challenges that principals and teachers are having, then what we have is very smooth running. I must be honest, it actually hurts me to know what the challenges they go through. Now I'm partnered with Homba Primary. Sam Kelo is my partner. Unfortunately, he's also not here today for personal reasons. He couldn't make it either. They opted me onto the school governing body, which I was so glad for. I sat with them when they sat down with their budgeting, when they sorted out their budgets. I helped them around that. They maybe thought I was quite clever, so they put me onto the budget, called me for the budget also. But in any case, we've sorted out certain things, prioritized certain things, but the hard sore part is that you sort out all these budgets and everything, and then you find the school gets vandalized or burgled, and you think to yourself, so all that sitting down and working out the budgets, how do schools go forward when they are being burgled? And they are being burgled by somebody that is part of the community, or someone of the community is actually giving the information what is at that school. And that is the hard sore part that I personally feel it's a hell of a challenge for principals and teachers. So those that is sponsoring this PFP thing, I actually, the thanking must go when Nazir is going to be talking the word of thanks at the end. But I want to say to you, to all of those that has put the effort, Astron, FNB, and Nazim mentioned another company also, and whoever else is involved in it. Old Mutual also. Honestly speaking, out of my heart, I don't think you people know what you're involved with, because the emotional part of this whole thing is what I've seen of what happens at schools. For the first time ever, it has really touched me. I've just spoken yesterday to Nazir and Zola, and I said, I want us to brainstorm something amongst the rural areas, I would say. Let me call it the rural areas, which is like Kailicha. Get all Kailicha schools together and start having competitions, just to make the students feel there is some light out there. Let the teachers feel, let the principals feel, because just the fact what the challenges that they're going through is really, man, I really honestly say, just what I've heard and what I've seen, whenever we have, when we have our come together and you hear, where is that young lady on that side? When I heard how she was talking, I can never pronounce her name. She used to hardly spoke whenever we come together. And at the end, you could see she opened up and started talking, and then we could hear the challenges of what principals are going through. Samkelo, Angelo, and Shahid. Then you only understand that schooling is just not schooling only. There is so many challenges they are going through, and we as business people need to come together to start supporting the schools. So yes, I've put something forward to Nazir, and I hope we'll brainstorm something that we can start encouraging people. PFP, they're doing an astronomical work that we, to get the partners together. Antonio phoned me out of the blues and said, listen, will you spend some time? Will you give some time? And I thought, oh yes, time. Well, I never thought I'm going to be spending workshops and all those type of things. I never thought about that. I thought just going to sit with the principal and talking and things. But spending time 2 days in a row sitting in a workshop, I never knew that. But anyway, we've learned a lot. I can tell you we've learned a hell of a lot. We've built a good team. We're happy to see each other. And we feel for each other. And I personally, maybe it's my age that's making me also feel very emotional. I always want to cry when I talk about things, I don't know. But yes, I feel for the principals, I feel for the teachers, and I also feel for the students and the pupils out there, because the challenges that the schools are going through, the break-ins, the protests. There's one of our principals that was kept hostage in a community hall with their teachers. And for what reason? Because the community wants to decide who must become the teacher, or who they must take on as a teacher, or who they must take on as a principal. I think there's very few people out there knows that there is those problems and those challenges. There's very few people. But I think at this moment in time, if you see the news, you can see certain schools are kept closed because of those reasons. The community is starting to step in and says, no, we say who and when. So, like Florence was saying, ending down here with a positive thing. The positive part that I would say that I've come out of this whole thing is I really enjoyed the company and all the nonsense we spoke. I don't want to say what nonsense we've spoken and what they picked up from me and what they found out of me. And Joan will, yeah, lach lekker, Joan. Lach lekker. Like I said, my wife, I'm very quiet today. I don't speak much. Very quiet because my wife, she claps me if I talk too much also. Yeah. So I would say thank you for PFP for bringing us together, bringing us as business partners together. I would love to be involved more with schools, and Nazir will be that instrument for me. Thank you. Mayano High School. I say it had to be her name that no Kozola Malchas. Say this. How must I say? Nyakozola. Nyakozola of Mayano High School. She's the principal there, and Nazir Shafikar, who is the partner. Let them come forward and give their experience that they've had. Thanks.